So those girls who are out there watching,
By the way,
Fan, look at her games.
Judith Polgar was one of the greatest Blitz players I have gotten the opportunity to play
And she has a series of books where she talks about how she became so tricky. Highly recommended. But here we go, Game 6.
Indian. But this time, it's Magnus playing the King's Indian against Liren, who is known to favor the King's Indian defense.
As a C5 formation instead of the traditional E5 formation.
Going into a Benoni.
We go into this kind of Benoni formation, and B5 is a move that Black will have his eye on as he put his knight on A6. That looks like a weird place for that knight, but it often ends up on C7 and prepares A6, B5 kinds of trickiness there as well. So you have to time everything well in this position for both sides. White now playing F3 and the knight landing on the C7 square, and as soon as A4 landed on the board, stopping any demonstration on that side, Black played knight back to A6 as he's eyeballed the B4 square.
As a very nice outpost. As we know in the Benonis, the knight looks very good on the B4 square.
Look at this last move.
Which was?
Which was knight to B1. Knight to B1.
Whoa, that indicates to me that something's gone a little bit awry.
Well, naturally, he's playing with the white pieces, yes.
I'm not clear on that, Yaz. He just wanted to get his bishop into the game, and he had no place to put his knight. So he just put it on the square that was reasonable, and he's going to reposition. Unless Black is able to blast the position open.
Well, I'm not thinking about blasting. I'm thinking about playing E5.
And he did that, by the way.
And then going into the traditional King's Indian defense ideas of F5, sometimes knight F4, or immediately knight F4. And why did you put your knight from F3 to B1?
It seems like we have fewer tempos than usual in our own counterplay. Is that what you're saying? I guess we have to try to reconfigure our knight somewhere useful.
It's not even about the knight, actually. It's about what is White trying to do in this position.
Yeah, it's fine.
Exactly. I mean, in the King's Indian...
Get B4 and knight A3, knight C2.
Yeah,
he's just put his knight on A3.
White's supposed to play for the queen side. Black is supposed to play for the king side. But there's nothing on the queen side. Yeah,
we're so slow. He's going to play knight C2 and B4, but that is rather slow.
Black is taking over this game. I'm telling you guys.
Black has now played knight F4 and a capture on F5. And
capture that... Oh, Queen G5 you were about to say?
Queen G5, I'm not saying it's...
then I would take on F4 and I win a pawn at least on G6.
Yes.
I'm thinking just knight takes E2 and G6 takes F5.
He just took on F5 immediately.
Straight away.
Allowing bishop takes F4 anytime he wants. That would give Black full control of the dark squares, however. So careful about that. That's a simple sacrifice for Magnus to make. Queen now to D2. And now, I saw the grab off the pawn. Looks like Magnus is going into some thought here. Knight to B4, challenging that knight so you yourself can prepare B4. And what was played? Bishop to D1. Some interesting moves to the back row. That opens the D3 square for a piece.
Which
Magnus now has played knight.
There was
B to C.
A brilliant game.
Knight B to D3.
Yeah, Lubosh Kavala, Garry Kasparov, look it up. One of the great games of Garry Kasparov where he got this knight on F4, knight on D3.
And knight E1.
Brilliant.
Knight E1, stuff's happening. The moment is here. How many pieces have gone to the back row? That same knight was on B1 a second ago. It went to A3 to C2, and now it's on E1. And Magnus said, I can't find anything. Let me go back. And now the knight back to C2. Virtually a draw offer. And Magnus said,
No.
Bishop to D7 and allowed this position to occur.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that Black is better and White is on the back foot. He's trying to defend against all of Black's threats.
But what are Black's threats? What are you saying?
Well, no, it's just it's a King's Indian attack where he's blasted open the
G file?
Yeah, as well as he's ready for E4 and F4. Look, this is just a nice position.
Control, right?
Very nice position. You go knight G6 and you start worming around, creating threats against White's king.
Rook C8 played by Magnus.
C8. So attacking the pawn on C4, but was that
E4 is hanging like
B3?
Really?
Wow, that bishop on G7 again.
A5,
always an ambush on the long back.
These moves looked really counterintuitive, and now knight takes on F4 and bishop to D4.
Takes, bishop D4.
And queen G5 and...
Takes on G7, queen G7.
Bishop C2. Okay, so the dark squares are toast.
Rook E3, that's what we want.
Posting up.
That's what the pawn on F4 does for us.
You
What
want
was
to
all
play
that
rook
just
E8
happened?
and
That
queen
seems so
E5?
strange. The rooks are doubled.
Rook E8 and
Our
queen
first
E5.
But now
trade
he takes
allowing
the pawn.
E2s. What is
He
happening?
took on E3, allowing...
Big time advantage that
Yeah,
what was all that?
Did we have to take on E3
No, you
yet?
didn't have
I
to take,
don't
you
think
didn't have to
you
take
did.
That
anything.
doesn't look fun.
But F4 just cementing
F4.
the pawn on E3. And again, white's queenside, that queenside's totally blocked.
Why did he play all these moves?
I
He
think-
just forced black into this position.
Yeah, fine.
B6 was a very good move, stopping in the C5
no.
type of actions, and
And now
Ding
queen
Liren
to
is
A6,
being-
king G1.
is being
Queen
hogtied
F6.
here.
I mean, he's all completely tied up. That's right, yes. He just has to keep moving his king back and forth. Look at these moves. King F1 to G1.
And I think at some point you're going to see an attack
Did he
coming
just
down
play
the
G4?
He
G4.
played G4.
I was about
Ooh.
to say King G8 and King H8 and Rook G8 was untapped because there's a Bishop H3, G4, more of a preemptive strike than anything.
Okay, big decision for Magnus.
I
If
think
he
H5.
takes en passant or
Takes-
leaves the
takes
pawn
with
on
the
that
bishop
square and
even
he's played
is possible.
H5. And Ding Liren just snapped it immediately, arguing that he also has some play, maybe Rook E5,
No.
but I doubt it.
No,
Bad, but he got to
bad.
keep playing. He's not going to resign.
Of course not.
If only he
And
could
now
go back
King
to the
H1?
moments.
Yeah, hoping for his own counterplay with Rook G1 and Queen G2.
Okay, but
That's
Rook
what he got.
H5 and now Rook G5, stopping any
Splashing
counterplay
it.
and insisting. Now you can imagine a queen showing up on D2 in some position at some point as this trade has occurred. Your king is stuck.
Yeah, you got to worry about Bishop H3, and then
Exactly.
sometimes we have a Queen G2 and E2 type thing. Yeah, very dangerous.
It's a black king.
E3 trying for some counterplay.
King F8, just getting out of dodge.
Yeah, to live on the dark squares now. You have no
If we even
penetration
wanted to,
squares.
couldn't we even play like Bishop F5? Queen F5,
Yes.
Queen F5, Bishop F5, E2.
That's
We're
a
queening.
standout tactic in the position. The pawn on E3, 2 squares away from promotion. So Bishop F5 was a legit move there. I'm thinking that what Black just wants to do is go Bishop H3 and just say you will never be able to move for the rest of the game.
Queen D4,
Queen
looking
D4.
for his own play. It feels like checks are not going to mean that much. That seems like a strange move.
So what happens
Well,
after
Bishop F5 was a threat, so I guess he
Bishop
just wanted to avoid
H3,
that.
Queen H8
What about
check?
E2?
Yeah, I'm thinking E2 in combination with Bishop H3. Yeah,
Even Queen E5 looks good. I mean, but
It
E2,
looks like he is
too.
playing E2.
he was reaching for it. He's played it.
Queen
Queen
F2.
F2.
Queen
But
E5.
Now he
Queen
gets
E5.
behind it, and your
Right.
queen is stuck forever.
And now
Not
Bishop
the best
H3.
placator,
No, what about
guys.
Queen E3, and you have
Queen
no moves ever?
E3. And by the way, F3. I was thinking Bishop H3 with the idea Queen E3. And if you go
I like
Bishop
that
H,
too. I
Bishop
like that
H3, Bishop D3, Bishop
There it is.
Yeah.
F1.
Yeah,
Your
I
idea.
get you. I
There
get
you
you.
go.
I like that.
Stopping
Keep the king out
the king from
completely.
protecting the pawn
Right.
at all.
Totally dominant position. Now the queen's going to find E3 at some point, and then you have no. How do you defend F3 or some kind of maneuver to get behind to get to your queen?
That's
that's
right.
it.
You can
That's
play
resigns.
Bishop B4, but the problem is we're going to creep into your position.
Bishop
Never
B4, Queen
left.
C3 instantly.
Yes.
Bishop B4, I just play Queen C3, and you have no moves because you can't stop the back rank. You can't take my pawn on E2.
Yeah, I can't take your pawn. That's why you need the bishop on C2. Yeah.
He's stuck. There's no moves. Bishop B1 also looks like it allows Queen to C3. Yep.
And there it is. Queen
Queen
C3
C3
on
and
the
then
board,
takes on
and
E2.
the game is over.
It's his resigns.
Another great victory by Black, and there Ding Liren has resigned. Magnus Carlsen crushing in the Blitz.
At the halfway point, but Ding has gotten some pretty good jabs.